official memorandum, to whom it may concern. The moon has submitted its resignation, effective immediately. The announcement arrived at midnight, folded inside a beam of light, signed in silver fountain ink, with a coffee stain and a drink. The stars looked up from their desks, some relieved, some quite distressed. A comet dropped its paperwork and drifted slowly off the earth. The moon wrote, after several billion years, I find the position unsustainable. Too many tides, too many lovers, too many poets working overtime. The moon submitted its resignation, effective immediately, citing exhaustion and creative fatigue. It said, I've illuminated enough broken hearts for one eternity, then packed its bags and vanished quietly. The Ministry of Evening Affairs convened emergency repairs, but nobody knew how to replace that familiar pale face. Venus declined the promotion, Saturn blamed budget reductions, Mars suggested a hostile takeover, which solved absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, the ocean lost composure and wandered past the shore, looking for someone to pull anymore. The wolf stopped singing, the dreamer stopped sleeping, the night forgot its choreography. The moon submitted its resignation, effective immediately, leaving a handwritten note attached to Mercury. It said, tell the lonely I am sorry, tell the tides goodbye, tell the jazz clubs I'll miss them most of all. A flamingo became interim moon, pending review. 3 eclipses filed grievances, the constellations sued. A trumpet wandered through the heavens, searching every cloud, while gravity sat in silence, looking strangely proud. The moon submitted its resignation, effective immediately, yet somehow in the darkness you still found me. No silver light, no celestial guide, just your hand and the city outside. The moon submitted its resignation, but before it disappeared, it left one final reflection in your eyes, and stayed there for years. complications welcome, experience preferred. The bartender distilled silence. The bartender distilled silence in oak barrels beneath the stairs. Aged for 27 winters and bottled in blue glass prayers. The labels carried no language, only fingerprints of rain, and customers ordered carefully to avoid remembering names. The fox sat near the piano, wearing a coat of borrowed dusk, reading old train schedules to a moth made out of rust. Outside the river, practiced sleeping with one eye open toward the moon. Nobody raised their voice, the room was listening to itself. The bartender distilled silence and poured it into crystal hearts. One sip and every conversation came beautifully apart. The bartender distilled silence, stronger than champagne or grief. It tasted like forgotten summers, an impossible relief. A trumpet rented a hotel room inside an unfinished sigh. The chandelier shed silver feathers on two philosophers passing by. Three umbrellas shared a cigarette near the emergency exit. A violin translated loneliness into something almost sacred. Then you arrived, carrying a suitcase full of unopened sunsets. The room immediately dimmed to a more flattering sadness. Breathe, drift, fade. The ceiling begins remembering oceans. Distilled silence while the orchestra misplaced spring. The mirrors stopped reflecting faces and started reflecting dreams. The bartender distilled silence. The moon ordered 2 more rounds. Even the clock abandoned minutes to hear the bottle sing. At 4:22, a thunderstorm removed its gloves. The boulevard folded into paper. The rooftops released a flock of sleeping trumpets. And somewhere beyond the city, morning waited nervously for permission to arrive. The bartender distilled silence, yet your laughter remained untouched. Too bright to bottle, too wild to age, too alive to archive. The bartender distilled silence, but failed to capture you. And for the first time all evening, the room applauded failure. The bottles emptied. The fog finished its book. The river closed one eye. silence, began singing. She arrived at 4:01 a.m. carrying a suitcase full of unopened sunsets. No one noticed at first. The fog was busy reading maps of cities that had never happened. The bartender was polishing echoes behind the counter, and the piano was quietly teaching dust how to waltz. Then she crossed the room, and every candle leaned a little closer. The suitcase glowed faintly, orange, gold, crimson, like tiny horizons trying not to escape. Even the clock paused, as if remembering something it had never lived. A suitcase full of unopened sunsets, resting beside her chair. Hundreds of evenings waiting to become real. A suitcase full of unopened sunsets, collected from forgotten skies, each one folded carefully between silk and silence. She ordered rainwater with a slice of moonlight. The waiter nodded as though it were perfectly normal. A trumpet coughed softly. The saxophone stopped mid-sentence. The chandeliers exchanged nervous glances. Something important had entered the room. She opened the suitcase just an inch, and suddenly the walls turned amber. The mirrors remembered summer. The river outside began humming old love songs. Open, release, glow. The room drifts westward. A suitcase full of unopened sunsets, spilling gold across the floor. The orchestra abandoned its sheet music to watch the colors bloom. A suitcase full of unopened sunsets, enough to keep the night alive, enough to make the moon forget its appointment with the dawn. Inside one sunset, a train waited forever. Inside another, two lovers never said goodbye. Inside another, a city learned forgiveness and wore it like perfume. You could hear them breathing behind the latch. A suitcase full of unopened sunsets, too beautiful to spend all at once, too fragile to explain, too bright to own. A suitcase full of unopened sunsets and one mysterious smile. She closed the case, stood up, and took half the room's heart with her. sunset remained unopened. Unopened. The night shift forgot to lock the sky. At the end of the universe, there's a cafe behind the dark, where exhausted constellations clock out after leaving sparks. The waitress serves black coffee to eclipses off the clock, while old comets play dominoes and complain about the dock. A saxophone leaks through the doorway like smoke through velvet seams, and every table quietly holds a different species of dream. Someone misplaced tomorrow, someone approved the rain, someone spilled forever across the passing lane. The night shift at the end of the universe forgot to lock the sky, and all the stars escaped at once like silver alibis. The heavens poured into the streets, the moon rolled past the bars, and every lonely heart in town woke up covered in stars. The supervisor of sunsets was asleep beneath the file, marked urgent human feelings ignored for quite a while. The department of coincidences lost control around midnight, accidentally placing your name beside mine in neon light. Meanwhile, Jupiter was busking outside reality's gate, playing trumpet for spare miracles and charging destiny by weight. The clocks forgot their duties, the future missed its train. The galaxies went dancing and never came back the same. The night shift at the end of the universe forgot to lock the sky, and every forbidden color finally learned to fly. The planets wandered downtown, the oceans touched Mars, and every broken promise glowed like antique stars. A flamingo became temporary director of astronomical negligence. A thunderstorm forged documents for 7 runaway suns. Milky Way lost reception. The black holes formed a choir, and gravity spent the evening drinking with retired fire. The night shift at the end of the universe forgot to lock the sky, and somewhere in the beautiful they did. Corrective action, none required. The mistake was magnificent. I have been here longer than the wallpaper remembers. I've watched 1,000 winters collecting the corners of this room. Watched sailors fall in love with women who belong to rain. Watched poets trade their shadows for one more glass of midnight. Watched chandeliers grow old without ever learning darkness. And every night dust arise quietly to sit beside me. So I teach it how to waltz across forgotten melodies. Some memories fade, others learn choreography. The piano taught us to waltz beneath the amber lamps, turning abandoned moments into elegant movements. The piano taught us to waltz while the trumpet dreamed aloud, and every lonely particle found a partner in the crowd. A woman once left her laughter inside my highest octave. It still appears some evenings when the rain is feeling nostalgic. A man in a blue overcoat promised forever near table 6. The promise stayed, the man did not. The fog remembers his name, even if nobody else does. Turn, glide, drift. The room circles itself. The piano taught us to waltz as the river practiced moonlight. The mirrors rehearsed old faces, the candles studied patience. The piano taught us to waltz, and every note opened a drawer filled with forgotten Tuesdays and unopened apologies. At 4:30, the ceiling lowered itself to hear more clearly outside. The boulevard untied its shoelaces and walked slowly into the fog. Meanwhile, a trumpet balanced the sunset on the tip of a blue note. You arrived, and every key inside me began remembering spring. The piano taught us to waltz, but could not teach it goodbye. That lesson remained unfinished, like most beautiful things. The piano taught us to waltz long after the orchestra slept, long after the candles surrendered, long after midnight retired. The dance continued softly, without witnesses. Every night I teach the dance again. The Department of Unreturned Daydreams has located additional materials related to your case. The office opened after midnight, between a thunderstorm and a sigh, on the 33rd floor of a building that wasn't visible from the sky. A secretary made of moonlight sorted memories into piles, one marked almost forever, another marked temporary smiles. The elevators moved through old summers, the hallways smelled of rain. Every door contained a version of who we might have been. Some dreams expired, some dreams escaped, some dreams waited patiently. For decades, the Department of Unreturned Daydreams found your name in my file, tucked between a lost July and a forgotten mile, beside a photograph of starlight and a receipt for borrowed time. There you were, filed under mine. A trumpet clerk from Havana reviewed the evidence all night. He found your laugh inside a sunset misplaced in 1985. The archive stretched forever beyond the edge of maps, filled with abandoned first kisses and unfinished scraps. A black hole worked in accounting, balancing cosmic debts. It whispered, love is the only error the universe never corrects. The stars requested copies, the moon appealed the claim, but every document agreed I still knew your name. The Department of Unreturned Daydreams found your name in my file, pressed inside an old melody, like a flower gone wild between all the things I lost and all the things I tried. There you were, still alive. A flamingo audited eternity, a hurricane learned to knit. 7 galaxies missed their deadlines, nobody cared a bit. The ceiling opened into Paris, the river flowed through Mars. A saxophone translated loneliness into the permanently. Incomplete for beautiful reasons. Everybody forgot him. The river, the boulevard, the church bells. Everybody, except the fog. Footsteps on Rue des Lanternes, the way he carried silence like a bouquet he couldn't afford. I remember the blue coat, the one with the missing button, the one that smelled faintly of rain and train stations. The city misplaced him years ago, but I did not. I keep his outline folded inside my pale gray sleeves. Some things disappear, some things are simply hidden. The fog remembers his name long after the rooftops forget, long after the river loses interest in reflection. The fog remembers his name, every letter, every pause, like a melody. The trumpet never finished. The cafe erased his favorite table. The waiter retired his usual drink. Even the clock surrendered and handed his hour back to the night. But I still visit the alley where he laughed once, in the company of a woman whose perfume tasted like summer storms. The laughter is gone, the perfume is gone, the woman is gone, but the shape remains. Drift, gather, return, memory changes form. The fog remembers his name, though the mirrors have resigned, though the chandeliers have forgotten their old guests. The fog remembers his name, like old stone remembers rain, like oceans remember moons, like songs remember sorrow. At 5 a.m., the boulevard asked me quietly, was he ever really here? I answered by covering the entire street in memory. The church bells remained silent, perhaps embarrassed, perhaps grieving. The fog remembers his name, even if nobody asks anymore, even if the records vanish, even if the photographs surrender. The fog remembers his name and carries it gently through sleeping windows, across empty cafes, into tomorrow. The fog remembers, enough for everyone. The river forgot, the city forgot, the years forgot, but the fog never did. Please do not feed the memories. Please do not tap on the galaxies. They frighten easily. The zoo stood quietly beyond the edge of every published chart, where forgotten constellations lived after leaving the dark. A ticket seller made of snowfall stamped my hand with fading light and pointed toward the iron gate swinging softly through the night. The lion of lost summer slept beneath a cedar moon. The swan of unfinished letters sang a melancholy tune. Every star had once belonged to somebody's sky. Every cage held something that refused to die. The zoo for extinct constellations stayed open through the storm, while thunder climbed the fences and wrapped itself around the bars. The heavens had forgotten them, but they remembered us, shining through the rainfall like ancient cosmic dust. You stood beside the observatory fox, a creature made of dusk. It watched the future carefully, then promptly lost its trust. The keeper of celestial things fed comets from his hand and taught retired meteor showers how to safely land somewhere near the northern edge, past the garden of regret. A constellation shaped like us had somehow not gone extinct yet. The wind read old emission slips, the clouds rehearsed goodbye. The stars behind the fences lifted their heads and sighed. The zoo for extinct constellations stayed open through the storm, as lightning signed its autograph across the planet's form. The maps no longer showed the way, the guidebooks saw were wrong, yet every vanished star still knew its own forgotten song. flamingo became curator of impossible creatures. A hurricane purchased season passes. 3 eclipses escaped their enclosure. The moon volunteered on weekends. The Milky Way cleaned the glass, and gravity briefly forgot which direction was the past. The zoo for extinct constellations stayed open through the storm, and there beneath impossible skies you kept me warm. The trumpet found a fragile truth. The strings began to glow, and every star the universe lost refused to let us go. The zoo for extinct constellations stayed open through the storm. Thank heaven. Some beautiful things ignore extinction. Closing time. The stars may leave, the memories stay. This morning, the river forgot its reflection. I woke beneath a bridge of questions, unable to recognize the face beneath my ripples. The morning leaned over carefully, holding a pocket mirror made from sunlight. But the stranger staring back had my eyes and none of my memories. This one's avoided eye contact. The bar just spoke in whispers. Even the rain pretended not to notice. When water forgets itself, where does it begin? Searching, the river forgot its reflection and drifted through the city alone, borrowing fragments of identity from windows, from puddles, from broken wine glasses. The river forgot its reflection, but remembered every love story that had ever fallen into it. I visited the cafe en Rue Noire, where silence was once distilled. The bartender poured me moonlight without asking for payment. A trumpet pointed toward Montmartre with a trembling blue note. Try there, it sighed. Someone might remember. I climbed through alleys of fog, past doorways smelling of old roses, past clocks with nervous habits, past buildings rehearsing nostalgia. Flow, scatter, return. The city rearranges itself. The river forgot its reflection, yet every lover knew my name. Every bench recalled my sadness, every bridge recalled my patience. The river forgot its reflection, but the city remembered enough to keep me moving toward myself. At 4 in the afternoon, I met an old woman selling abandoned sunsets from a silver suitcase. She opened one carefully, and inside I saw myself carrying moonlight through a younger century for one impossible second. Everything returned, the river forgot its reflection, then found it hidden inside a memory, inside a sunset, inside a pair of hands that once reached across me. The river forgot its reflection, but not forever, not completely. Some things only wander away to learn how much they're loved. The swans relaxed, the bridges exhaled, the city resumed breathing, and the river recognized itself again. Exhibit 7 is temporarily closed. Visitors have been falling in love with the artifacts. The museum opened at midnight behind a curtain made of rain, where every room preserved a feeling too beautiful to explain. Glass cases held forgotten summers wrapped in velvet and dust. 1,000 almost kisses cataloged with excessive trust. A docent made of candlelight guided me through the halls, past abandoned conversations still echoing from the walls. No photographs allowed, no touch in the past. Some memories bite when handled too fast. The museum of forbidden memories loaned my heart to an eclipse for a temporary exhibition of unfinished relationships. The moon signed all the paperwork, the stars approved the claim, and suddenly every room I entered whispered your name. Gallery 12 display, the afternoon we almost stayed. Gallery 9 contained a promise neither of us made. A trumpet played behind a curtain for visitors who chose to cry, while an old hurricane from Havana sold postcards of goodbye. In the east wing of lost chances, a constellation hung in gold. Its label simply read, too precious to grow old. The ceiling drifted toward Paris, the floor toward the sea. Every exhibit somehow knew more than me. The museum of forbidden memories loaned my heart to an eclipse. The darkness wore it elegantly, like velvet on its lips. The saxophones translated silence. The strings rewrote the night. And every forgotten fragment returned to light. A flamingo became chief curator of emotional archaeology. 3 comets stole the gift shop and escaped through astronomy. The clocks abandoned chronology, the maps resign in shame. A thunderstorm restored a painting of a future without names. The museum of forbidden memories loaned my heart to an eclipse. But when the exhibition ended, it never gave it back. Now the moon keeps strange hours. The trumpet keeps the key. And somewhere in a locked display, you are still with me. The museum of forbidden memories closed at dawn today. Yet every forbidden memory found a way to stay. When impossible memory handle with care. One impossible memory handle with care. After midnight, the buildings begin rehearsing. Along Rue des Lanternes, the apartment blocks gather quietly, straightening balconies, adjusting curtains, clearing decades from their throats. The old hotel beside the river practices remembering laughter from the summer of 1948. A bakery recites the footsteps of a woman in yellow gloves who never returned, yet somehow never left. Brick by brick, window by window, the city opens its memory boxes. No audience attends, still the performance continues. Buildings rehearsing nostalgia under a sky of worn-out stars, repeating forgotten conversations like actors learning sacred parts. Buildings rehearsing nostalgia for tenants long dissolved into time. Every hallway softly humming with invisible eyes. A narrow townhouse remembers the scent of tobacco and jasmine drifting beneath a kitchen lamp in 1963. A bookshop recalls a poet who traded sleep for metaphors and left 3 unfinished verses inside the wallpaper. The church beside the square practices an old wedding. The bells know every movement better than the vows themselves. Recall, rewrite. The city turns another page, buildings rehearsing nostalgia, while the moon adjusts the lights. The rooftops whisper stage directions to the chimneys through the night. Buildings rehearsing nostalgia. Every staircase knows the lines. Every doorknob guards a secret. Every floorboard keeps the time. Near 4 a.m., an abandoned cinema projects old memories across the clouds. The audience is empty, but the buildings applaud anyway, because they recognize the faces. Even if nobody else can, then you appear, walking through the projection, and suddenly every window brightens. Buildings rehearsing nostalgia pause to watch you pass, as if remembering someone from a century they misplaced. Buildings rehearsing nostalgia, yet none can quite explain why a silhouette feels familiar to every brick and pane. Buildings rehearsing nostalgia until the first light arrives, then carefully hiding the evidence before the city opens its eyes. The curtains close, the rooftops bow, the hallways fall silent, and the buildings wait for night to remember again. Security bulletin. A jazz quartet stole Exhibit 9 and escaped into the rain. The museum slept beneath a storm of blue electric light, while portraits of forgotten kings practice disappearing from sight. The night guard played solitaire with a deck of missing years, and the marble floors reflected half-finished chandeliers. Exhibit 9 sat quietly behind reinforced glass, a memory of a perfect evening nobody thought would last. The alarm remained silent, the cameras looked away, refused to testify without a lawyer and a lunch. The curator found a note written on hotel stationery. We regret the inconvenience, but the memory wished to leave. Outside, the boulevard was glowing like champagne set on fire as the quartet crossed the river, walking on telephone wire. The thunder knew their names, the rain knew every chord. The city secretly approved what the law ignored. A jazz quartet stole Exhibit 9 and escaped into the rain. They smuggled it through midnight on an unregistered train. The strings provided cover, the trumpet forged the pass, and every lonely street lamp bowed as they passed. Became chief inspector of emotional crimes. 3 hurricanes served as witnesses, out of sequence and out of time. The museum lost its floor plan. The ceiling became the sky. A black hole swallowed Exhibit 10 and politely declined to explain why. A jazz quartet stole Exhibit 9 and escaped into the rain. Years later, nobody knows exactly what was taken. Some say it was a memory, some say it was a kiss, some say it was the final proof that beauty still exists. A jazz quartet stole Exhibit 9 and left behind one clue: nothing truly valuable ever wanted to be owned. Case status unsolved. Applause recommended. Every night, the moon climbed a ladder of clouds and adjusted the lights. The moon adjusted the lights above Rude lanterns, lowering a silver spotlight onto a lonely cafe table, where a poet waited patiently for a sentence that had missed its train 3 winters ago. Across the river, the moon brightened the balcony just enough for 2 strangers to mistake each other for destiny. The city never noticed how carefully it was illuminated. Some miracles prefer to work backstage. The moon adjusted the lights for lovers, ghosts, and passing storms, turning ordinary evenings into something worth remembering. The moon The moon adjusted the lights for a trumpet morning summer, for a river collecting reflections, for a building rehearsing nostalgia. The moon adjusted the lights as though the whole city were an unfinished play, desperate for one more act. At 4:16, a rooftop forgot its loneliness. A church bell remembered laughter. An umbrella forgave the rain. And somewhere beyond Montmartre, a forgotten promise briefly glowed, like a firefly inside a jar. Then you appeared, and the moon stopped working just long enough to watch. The moon adjusted the lights, but not for you. You arrived shining already. The city simply adapted. The moon adjusted the lights, then quietly stepped aside, allowing every street, every window, every dream to orbit your smile. The ladder disappeared. The clouds drifted home. The stage went dark, but somewhere above Paris, the moon is still working overtime. The gift shop at the end of memory accepts cash, dreams, and unclaimed regrets. The shop was hidden past the final room of a museum nobody could leave, between a staircase made of perfume and a corridor that didn't believe. The shelves were stacked with bottled midnights, discount stars and secondhand moons, postcards from extinct tomorrows and hand-painted monsoons. A woman in a velvet jacket smiled through cigarette haze. She said, "Everything here is authentic, except the things that aren't." The lights hum softly like tired galaxies. The register contained several centuries. The gift shop at the end of memory sold counterfeit sunsets, gold and crimson masterpieces with forged certificates. They looked more beautiful than the from old cafes, snow globes full of Havana thunderstorms, frozen in their escape. A retired comet worked inventory, counting miracles by hand, while a trumpet from another century played requests no one planned. I found your name on a souvenir printed in silver flame, right beside a faded photograph of a day that never came. The walls remembered stories, the floor remembered shoes, the air remembered every song the city ever used. The gift shop at the end of memory sold counterfeit sunsets, orange dreams and violet skies, for prices nobody questioned. The customers left smiling, the stars left reviews, and reality kept returning for something new. A flamingo managed customer service, 3 eclipses work the stockroom. A hurricane shoplifted Tuesday and vanished into the restroom. The moon forged loyalty cards, the ocean purchased rain, a saxophone negotiated peace between joy and pain. The gift shop at the end of memory sold counterfeit sunsets, yet somehow every imitation felt more honest than the rest. The trumpet carried shadows, the strings carried light, and you appeared beside me just before closing time. The gift shop at the end of memory locked its doors at dawn, but the sunset that I bought from you still burns on. Still burns on. One sunset, no refunds. Nobody noticed. The fog carried cue cards. Each evening it emerged from beneath the bridges, arms full of handwritten instructions delivered in careful silence to a trumpet on Rue Noir. Miss Summer at precisely 2:13, to a lonely street lamp flicker when she passes. To the river, remember the moon tonight. The river nodded and forgot immediately, as rivers often do. The fog sighed and rewrote the note. Someone must keep the story moving, even when the actors improvise. The fog carried cue cards through alleyways of sleeping gold, handing out directions to too nervous to begin. The 4 cue cards for every kiss, every goodbye, every coincidence pretending not to be destiny. A cafe received instructions to smell faintly of jasmine at exactly midnight. A violin beneath a balcony was told to hesitate before the final note. A woman in a green coat received a card that read, "Look left." She did, and at a future waiting at a crosswalk with rain on its shoulder. The city changes scenes. The 4 cue cards to rooftops practicing nostalgia, to clocks struggling with commitment, to chandeliers afraid of darkness. The 4 cue cards and every object in Paris pretended not to need them while secretly reading ahead. At 4:28, the moon misplaced Act 3. The buildings forgot their marks, the boulevard entered early, and a thunderstorm skipped rehearsal entirely. Chaos spread like spilled champagne across the night. The fog calmly reached into its coat and produced a replacement script. The 4 cue cards for stories nobody owned, for songs nobody finished, for promises nobody signed. The 4 cue card then quietly erased its fingerprints, leaving every miracle looking accidental. The 4 cue cards, and when dawn arrived, it filed the paperwork for another night. The moon packed its spotlight, the river misplaced a memory, the buildings closed their curtains, and the fog began writing tomorrow's notes. Factory bulletin, production targets exceeded. Rainfall schedule for all lonely planets. The factory sat on Saturn's rings, balanced between rust and light. Its smokestacks painted thunderstorms across the endless night. The workers stitched together weather from silver thread and steam, packaging soft catastrophes for planets short on dreams. Assembly line 7 manufactured misty Windy afternoons in May, while Department 12 specialized in washing old regrets away. The gears turned slowly, the heavens hung low. Every drop was built by ghosts nobody knows. The last umbrella factory on Saturn manufactured artificial rain for cities that forgot how to cry and hearts that couldn't explain. Each cloud arrived with instructions, each storm came with a warranty, but every single raindrop still carried mystery. Retired hurricane supervised the quality control division, inspecting every thunderbolt for beauty and precision. A trumpet operator from Havana worked the midnight shift, filling crates with summer storms, bound for planets adrift. Never sent, drinking coffee with an eclipse and discussing where the decades went. Outside the cosmic skyline, a million umbrellas bloomed. Inside the factory, the future was resumed. The last umbrella factory on Saturn manufactured art open for wandering stars, misplaced comets, and anyone uncertain where they belong. Retired in 1963 after guiding ships through memory. It stood alone upon a cliff where the ocean ended gracefully. The keeper left without goodbye. The waves kept all his keys, and for years the tower listened to the language of the sea. September evening, under cobalt-colored weather, the lighthouse lit its lantern and reinvented itself forever. No ships arrived, no sailors came, only stars with borrowed names. Teaching runaway constellations how to heal old scars. Lessons held at midnight, homework written in light, graduation ceremonies conducted every night. Classroom 1 taught navigation for moons that lost their way. Classroom 2 instructed meteors how to survive the day. A comet from forgotten centuries studied under candle glow, while newborn galaxies practiced how to gently shine below. You in astronomy for things that fell apart. You sat beside a supernova, drawing maps of broken hearts. The fog knew every answer, the tide knew every name. The night kept changing colors, yet the school taught celestial geometry. 3 hurricanes became substitute teachers. The moon audited philosophy. 7 rainbows skipped detention. The ocean received an honorary degree. Gravity dropped out twice. A thunderstorm won top honors for excellence in surprise. A retired lighthouse opened a school for lost stars, and somehow taught the lonely they weren't broken after all. Years later, the sky still glows with its alumni. Diplomas issued, infinite tuition, one dream. Ladies and gentlemen, a brief announcement. The moon has misplaced Act 3. The orchestra arrived on schedule. The fog distributed programs. The river rehearsed its reflections, and the buildings remembered their lines. The lovers found their positions beneath a balcony of patient roses. The street lamps warmed their glow. The church bells cleared their throats. Everything was prepared, everything except the ending. The moon searched every cloud twice without an ending. Even destiny becomes nervous. The moon misplaced Act 3, and suddenly the city improvised. The poets borrowed new metaphors. The clocks invented extra hours. The moon misplaced Act 3. The script dissolved into smoke. Every heart became a playwright. Every shadow wrote a scene. Trumpet abandoned its solo to pursue a subplot. The boulevard changed genres halfway through the evening. A chandelier confessed its feelings to a passing thunderstorm. The thunderstorm blushed and accidentally watered the stars. Meanwhile, the lovers were still waiting for instructions that never arrived. Rewrite, revise, imagine. The stage expands beyond the city. The moon misplaced Act 3, and the river chose forgiveness. The rooftops selected wonder. The cafes voted for romance. The moon misplaced Act 3, and every unfinished sentence found the courage to continue itself. At 4:44, the fog opened an emergency envelope in case of missing conclusions. Inside was a single note: let them decide. The city fell silent. Even the trumpets stopped breathing. Then slowly, one by one, the lights began to glow. It was intentional. Perhaps across the rooftops of Paris. The moon misplaced Act 3, yet somehow the play became better without it. The curtain never fell, the audience never left, the story kept wandering, and somewhere above the city, the moon pretended not to smile. Attention passengers, the last train to yesterday is now boarding at platform infinity. Please leave all certainties behind. The station stood beyond midnight, past the edge of every clock, where old departures gathered dust and forgotten moments docked. The ticket booth sold second chances, wrapped in faded blue. The timetable was handwritten by people who once knew you. Suitcases filled with unfinished springs, lost conversations, broken promises, and other fragile things. No destination listed, no arrival guaranteed, only a single line that read, "Proceed if you still dream." The last train to yesterday departed from platform infinity. Its engine burned on moonlight and improbable memory. The trumpet called all aboard, the saxophone closed the door, and every mile returned us to places we were before. Carriage one contained old summers, still warm from afternoon sun. Carriage two preserved the laughter of everyone we'd become. The dining car served nostalgia with champagne and regret. The menu changed each hour to things we hadn't lost yet. Across from me sat a woman dressed in thunder and lace, reading a newspaper printed the day before time took place. Outside the windows, entire decades drifted by like postcards from abandoned skies. The last train to yesterday departed from platform infinity, crossing fields of vanished futures and retired destiny. The strings illuminated tunnels, the drums measured the rain, the upright bass remembered every name I tried to change. A flamingo station master, 3 eclipses worked the rails. The moon sold counterfeit tickets to passengers made of tales. A hurricane played accordion in the luggage compartment, while gravity missed its connection and filed a formal complaint. The last train to yesterday departed from platform infinity, and somewhere near the border between memory and mystery, you took my hand, the trumpet sighed, the city disappeared. The stars leaned closer just to hear the last train to yesterday departed from platform infinity. No one ever saw it return, yet every night its whistle echoed.